Today on Ask BRStv we answer, how do I convert my BRS 4-stage RODI unit into a 7-stage? Hey guys, Randy here with a quick Ask BRStv answer from a question we got over on our hashtag AskBRStv Facebook group. Greg Chaya over there wanted to know how to take his 4-stage value plus 150 gallon per day RODI unit and upgrade it to a 7-stage. Well, Greg, basically to turn your system into a 7-stage, you really only need a couple of add-ons which will get you upgraded for right around 90 bucks. I'll show you how I would do it. If you're like me, I'm constantly learning and improving as I progress through the reefing hobby, and water filtration has definitely been one of those pieces of reef gear that I continue to upgrade and optimize as I go along. Just like Greg, I started with a standard 4-stage RODI unit, added a 150 gallon per day upgrade because I wanted more water faster, then found out that my city had chloramines and added on an additional carbon block and DI canister. By the time all was said and done, I had 2 sediment filters, 2 carbon blocks, 2 RO membranes, and 4 stages of DI resin just to be sure I had all my bases covered. Well, since then we've come to understand a lot more about how water is filtered and how to better optimize our DI resin to not only produce the most ultra pure water possible, but to do so in a configuration that also ends up saving money over time. So we have a ton of videos on removing chloramines and in-depth reef nerdy videos on DI resin, so I won't make this entire video about them, but basically we need 2 carbon blocks to break up the chlorine and ammonia bond that make up the chloramine disinfectant, and splitting the DI resin into separate cation, anion, and mixed bed stages helps us solve specialized water issues that some reefers face, but also saves money on only having to change the resin that's depleted rather than both, as you would in dual mixed bed stages. With that said, if you're like Greg and want to step up your water filtration from your current 4-stage unit into a 7-stage, here's what you would need. The easiest way I found to get this done without replumbing the parts of my current 4-stage is to pick up one of these single add-on canisters and add it to the left of my 4-stage unit, which is where my existing sediment filter will move to. After that, I'll grab one of these dual DI add-ons that comes with 2 free cartridges of resin already and plumb it into the right side of my 4-stage, and voila, that's all there is to it. One thing I'll mention here, most likely if you're looking to upgrade your unit to a 7-stage, it's probably because you're interested in using the triple configuration Pro Series DI resin. And because of that, and because in many cases your existing filters on the 4-stage are somewhere between already partially depleted or nearly fully depleted, I might just go ahead and pick up the 7-stage filter replacement kit to get a whole new set of sediment and carbon block filters, as well as all 3 Pro Series DI resins at one time. Otherwise, I could just use the 7-stage filter replacement for my next round of filter changes. Lastly, I chose this dual DI configuration specifically to more easily add in a TDS meter in between the last 2 stages where reading TDS just makes more sense, where I want to know the TDS after my RO membrane, after the anion stage, and after the final mixed bed stage. So, in the end, this is a solid option for expanding virtually any 4-stage RODI unit you currently own with all the same performance of the 7-stage Pro Plus, but without the major investment of buying a brand new one. That said, for those looking for a brand new RODI system, picking up the 7-stage Pro Plus right off the bat will actually save you some cash over adding on to a 4-stage down the road, and will come with a full load of accessories. Thanks for watching, and thank you, Greg, for the great question. As with this one, many of these questions come from the hashtag AskBRStv Facebook group, where reefers can get their questions answered from us and group members, often in real time. Click the link in the lower left to see what reefers are saying about Greg's question, or ask one of your own, and we'll see you next time on Ask BRStv.